Right? So now I'll go depth into the structure. The structure must be defined first and then declared later. So that is the difference between normal variable and the structure variable. We must define the structure first, then we should declare it. So the meaning I'll explain with the example here. When you write int a, so what it's the meaning here is a is a variable of type integer. So this is called as declaration. This is called as declaration. Right? This is called as declaration. So int a, and this is called as declaration. So when you assign some value for that, say a equal to 10, this is called as initialization or definition. This is called as initialization or definition. So this is the case for the normal variable. But if you are going for the structure variable, the structure must be defined first. So this is declaration and this is what is definition. This is the case. First, you must declare the variables, then you should assign some initial values, define the variables. That is for normal variables. So when you take the structure variables, it is reverse. Structures must be defined first, then the variables will be declared. That is second step. So that is the reverse case. This is the one key difference between normal variable and the structure variable. So structure, you must first write definition for the structure, then you should declare variables of the structure. The structure definition to hold the structure student information such as name, roll number, average marks can be written as follows. So this is one example. This is one example structure which is used for storing the details of a student. So which is used for storing the details of a student. So I'll just take it out here so that I can scribble on it, right? So this is the notion. How do we define a structure? The simple way of defining a structure here is, so as I said, struct is the keyword which is used first. So struct is the keyword which is always used for defining the structure. And here student is name of the structure. Student is name of the structure, and up to this everything is what? Body of the structure or definition of the structure. So now, so this whole thing you can compare with the normal variables. So compare with the normal variables. That is, if you eliminate this structure student and this is bracket semicolon. See, if you ignore this, whatever I am writing in the red now, you just ignore it for time being. All right. Whatever is highlighted with the red ink, you just ignore that. Then what is left out? We have got an character array called name, which can hold 10 characters. We have got one more integer variable called roll number, another floating point variable called average marks. So when you, if you ignore this, what it says, character, we have one array, one integer variable and one average marks. So these are independent variables and the arrays. Now the data types are different. This is having character data type, this is having integer data type, and this is having floating point data type. So what is the notion of structure? Structure is an entity which is used for storing the data of different types. So where is the data of different types here? Name is having character data type, roll number is having integer data type, average marks is having floating point data type. So when I want to combine all these and store it in a single entity, so what is that single entity? Student is the single entity, and that is what we call it as a structure. That is what we call it as a structure. So what is a structure here? Combination of elements of different data types. Now this is what is student is the name of the structure which is containing members. How many members? 3 members. Name is the member which is nothing but character array. Roll number is the member which is nothing but an integer variable. Average marks is another member which is nothing but a floating point type of variable. Now when you look at these diagrams here, so how they are allocated with the memory. So how they are given with the memory. So character array name, for this there are 10 locations. So 10 locations will be reserved by the compiler. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 10 blocks or 10 bytes are reserved. Similarly for integer, if you assume integer will take 4 bytes, so 4 blocks are reserved. So one block is missing here, 1, 2, 3, and 4. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. So these are the 4 blocks which are reserved for the integer. Similarly, 8 locations or 8 bytes for the floating point. So if you assume integer will take 4 bytes and floating point number will take 8 bytes, then these are the locations which are reserved. Then what is the memory taken by this entire structure? The memory occupied by this particular entire structure is nothing but sum of memory taken by all the members. So please concentrate. So the sum of the memory taken by the structure is sum of memory taken by all the members. But it is not the case with the union, which we study later. So there is some difference between structure and union. So character array is taking 10 bytes. Roll number is taking 4 bytes. Average marks will take 8 bytes. So sum of all these is nothing but 22 bytes. So what is the total size of this structure? Total size of the structure is 22 bytes. That means this is what is called as a definition of the structure. This is what we call it as definition of a structure. This is structure definition. Later we have to declare the variables. Later we need to declare the variables. So first, once we define the structure, later we declare the variables. Right? So I hope till now the things are clear. Now, how do we declare the structure? So once we define the, this is what we have seen definition of a structure. One simple definition, which is containing 3 members, which is containing 3 members. Why this Priyanka is disturbing others? Okay. Now structure, let us come to the declaration of structures. That is, once we have the definition of a structure, once we have definition of a structure, how can we declare different variables from that? So there are different ways of structure declaration. The first way is tagged structure. So in this case, what happens? The structure definition with tag name is called as a tag structure. We give the proper tag name for that. We use proper name for that. So this is example what we have seen. The first example itself is same example is nothing but one example for the tagged structure. So what is tag? Tag is nothing but name of the structure. So struct is the keyword, student is tag or name of the structure, and these are the members of the structure. This is the first way. Now after definition, if you want to declare the variables or to allocate the memory for the structure, we have to declare the variables as shown below. So how do you declare variables? This is the way to declare variables as shown below. Right? So once we have the structure definition, what is this? This is what is structure definition, and what is this? This is what is declaration of variables. So how do we declare variables? Make use of these two. So what it is? Struct student. Why I have to use here is I want to declare variables of type struct student. So what are the variables that we are declaring? CSC comma ISC are the two variables. CSC comma ISC are the two variables. Sorry for the disturbance caused. Because I was rectifying some issue here. Just trying to rectify some issue over here.